Hi, welcome to the video, and I'm going to be showing you 5 examples of niche markets that you could potentially tap into and build a business for yourself. Now, I think that these markets that I'm going to be showing you shortly are not too mainstream, so they're not like the usual ones that people often talk about. What we're also going to do is we're going to be breaking down sort of each of the keywords in the niche itself, just to kind of see how they're monetized, that kind of thing. Obviously, some are monetized through products, some are monetized through ads as well. So if you're not too sure on what niche to go into, this video is going to kind of help you a little bit in sort of showing you what's available out there and what other people have done. I've also done a video on how I go about looking for niches or untapped niches, where I basically go in with a blank canvas and I don't really think about a specific niche, but I'm looking more for the traffic, okay? So if you've not seen that video, I'm going to link it above, and also the link will be in the description as well, where you can go and sort of watch that video and kind of see how I do a breakdown. So without any further ado, we're going to get into the actual video itself, and we're going to start looking at some of the websites here, and we're going to talk through them. So the first one I'm going to go to is it's a horse. Sorry, it's a horse. It is a horse. It's a website called Gallup Guru. Okay. And obviously Gallup Guru, it's all about horsey gifts and stuff like that. Okay, so you got like homeware, and I'm guessing that all of these are, pretty much all about horses. So you got all like horse gifts and stuff like that. Obviously the one on an email list. You've also got clothing, slippers, with horses and donkeys and all sorts of other weird stuff. So that's kind of like one example of like a niche site. Okay, it's obviously specific to horse gifts. And what we'll do, if we go over to Hrefs and we basically type in horse gifts, okay, we can kind of see, if we go to matching terms, you'll see that there's an awful lot of traffic, around that niche, and you got a total volume just around those keywords itself of around about 21,000 searches a month. Okay, so if we sort of do the keyword difficulty at sort of 10, it still gives us around about 19,000 searches a month. Okay, so again, this is very, very specific, this niche, in that obviously it's all to do with like the gifts, so the gifts aren't going to be like highly expensive, so it's going to be more of a volume thing. But again, you can see by the traffic that there's an awful lot of traffic there that people are searching for. And what you need to remember is niches like this, people tend to spend more money in it because one, there's not much risk, if you like, in sort of buying products like this. And two, they're not really going to cost that much money either. So if we kind of like look at the slippers now, this is like a UK site by the looks of it, although it's like a .com, it's a UK site. So you've got like adult felt donkey slippers, okay, and they retail at like £25, which is probably around about $30. The socks are like 20 quid. Well, that's quite expensive actually. Like donkey slippers are 25 quid and the socks themselves are like 20 quid. So we can sort of like look at the homeware. So go and look at like the jugs and stuff like that. So like the mugs and jugs and that, that one's 15 quid, so probably about $18 to $20, sort of 12 quid. So you can kind of see how they're monetizing their site. And one thing that I do like about the site actually is not being monetized through ads. So this is really specific to the actual niche itself. And I guess what they've done, if we went and sort of did a search, you'll probably find that they are ranking for a lot of these keywords. So the next one that we're going to go and look at is a site called Scooter Madness. So obviously this is all about scooters, electric bikes, etc., go-karts and that kind of thing. So if we go back over to Hrefs and we start doing a search now, I'd imagine the keyword difficulty is going to be slightly higher with something like this because it's going to be a little bit more. It's not too bad actually. Scooters for sale, scooter menu, Devote Pro scooters. So there's a lot of traffic there. So if we do like if we do keyword difficulty again of 10, that would like kind of give us a fair chance of getting into this marketplace if we wanted to go into it. So the total volume of traffic is just on like obviously the scooter keywords is 892,000. So I'm guessing some of that won't really be, you know, specific to scooters, because obviously you've got scooter coffee. Actually, that's probably like quite a good niche to go into, to be honest with you. So I mean, there's one that you could go and look at, sort of like coffee. I'm sure there'll be a lot more keywords based around coffee. But obviously scooters for sale, scooter menu, envy scooters, boy scooters, you know, so there's absolutely a ton of traffic here, you know, that you could obviously monetize. So, you know, these are obviously being monetized through, you know, obviously selling of the scooters themselves. And as we can sort of see, you know, the actual price of these things are quite expensive, you know, so we've got like a little, is it Gas Street legal scooter, that retails at just over $1,000. You've got like a fun go-kart here that retails like nearly $2,000. Another one there for like $1,500. There's one there for you know, $1,400. So I mean, I don't know whether this site itself would actually be an affiliate website. But certainly, you know, if they sell these products themselves, sort of thing, obviously, you know, you can sort of see that they're going to be making a substantial amount of money through that. And obviously, with this amount of traffic that they could potentially rank for or do paid ads, because obviously, you know, selling a product at that price, you could afford to do paid ads as well, sort of thing. So if we kind of like looked at the cost per click on something like Honda scooters, so you got around about 8,600 searches per month, and the cost per click is going to be around about 20 cents per click, which is, you know, literally nothing. So if you're sort of going to be making around about $1,000, so that's going to be about £800–900. For $1,000 to $1,500 per sale, it's actually worth spending, you know, that kind of money on your ads, sort of thing. So, you know, that's like obviously like another niche market, you know, that you could go into. The next one we're going to look at again is not quite so mainstream again, and it's basically parenting advice. Okay, this is quite a big a marketplace actually, which you'll see in a moment, sort of thing. So again, if we go to Keyword Explorer, you know, like the parent topic itself, sort of thing. Oddly enough, parent topic. It's not really meant to be a pun. So if we basically put parenting advice in, again, we can see that there's quite a lot of traffic there. I mean, obviously parenting advice, I mean, it's got a keyword difficulty of 39. So a brand new site, okay, you're going to struggle to rank for that. But an established site like obviously this one here, what's it called, totsfamily.com, an established site like that is going to be able to rank for that relatively easy. So if we again do the keyword difficulty of about 10, because that would give like a new site a fair chance to be able to rank for some of this stuff, okay. So we can see that the keywords for, you know, for that difficulty are going to be quite low. However, you know, you're still going to get quite a bit of traffic for that, and you're going to be able to make a fair bit of money, because like this is the kind of thing, you know, that people do spend money on. So although it's not going to be as high as the scooter or the scooter madness, you know, you're still going to be able to sell things. So obviously you've got, not really too sure how they're, so we've got recipes, recipe index, crafts and DIY. Let's see how they're going to be monetizing their site, because I can't see any ads, or there's an ad actually coming at the bottom. Okay, so they're monetizing through ads by the looks of it. So So there's the blog, learning. Don't really see how they're monetizing other than the ads themselves. So they're probably leaving a fair bit of money on the table here, actually, because obviously there would be quite a few products out there that you could actually, sort of sell on the side here or something like that. Because actually, Gallup Guru's just come up on the ads like that's a bit, it's a bit strange for the targeting sort of thing, but they've got that sort of, honed in to the Gallup Guru that we've been looking at earlier on. So yeah, so crafts and DIY, yeah, so they're obviously just monetizing this through ads, and that's basically it. So again, like I say, you could actually monetize this so much better, because I'd imagine they're getting quite a lot of traffic, because they've got quite a lot of content on the site itself, which is obviously ranking. So that's like another one. So obviously parenting advice and stuff like that. The next one that we're going to look at, which is probably a little bit more mainstream, is recipes. Now this one is more about vegan recipes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take again the parent topic. Again, pun is not intended. We'll copy that. We'll go into Keywords Explorer. And we'll type in vegan recipes. So obviously this is a lot higher, particularly for the competition as well, and like volume of traffic. I mean, we've got just on the actual vegan recipes themselves, which obviously we could drill down a lot more, but you've got 664,000 searches per month on the keywords, and you've got over 31,000 keywords to be looking at. So again, if we go down to the keyword difficulty of 10 to sort of see whether we can actually get in there and rank for some of this stuff, obviously we can. There's some real nice keywords there, with a fair bit of traffic. You've got sort of like a few there at like 1,000, and obviously then they start coming down into the 800s, 400s, 300s. But again, for a startup website, if you really wanted to get out there and focus purely on vegan recipes, you're going to do pretty well with a site like that. So we've head over to that site and we can sort of see how they're going to be monetizing it. Again, they've got ads down here, so they're monetizing through ads. I'd imagine they're selling some kind of cookbook as well, or something like that. Again, shop essentials. So they've actually got a shop somewhere. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so they actually sort of sell, kitchenwares and stuff like that. Okay, so obviously that's how they're monetizing their site as well as the ads. So the ads will be probably, paying them to like create more content. They might actually get, the content written sort of thing. But they're also monetizing through their own product sort of thing, which again, is like a really good site. So obviously a site like this, that's obviously going to be well established. They wouldn't have to go with stuff like that. So we could probably sort of afford to go to a keyword difficulty of about 30. So we're still on green, which basically means that, yeah, we still could actually rank for it, but the site would probably want to be a little bit more established sort of thing. But when you sort of go up a little bit higher, you've got a lot of traffic. Look, 364,000 searches per month, and you got just over 3,000 keywords, 3,500 keywords, and the volume is really high. So that's like another good niche to go into. What you got to understand about a niche market, okay, is a niche market is obviously a market within a market. So obviously this is the recipes, so that would be like the top level marketplace, and then you break down, so you could have keto recipes, which obviously would be a niche, vegan recipes again, which is a niche, whatever, hot pot recipes, that's the kind of thing that you're breaking down into. Okay, so the final one that I wanted to show you, or the final example of a niche market, is kind of a strange one really, but it's called Trendy Resumes. So obviously what they do is they sort of create resumes, and this is like one of the highest traffic but also highest competition when we go to Keywords Explorer, we look at the competition, it's like sky high, look. So obviously there's a lot of money to be made there, else, you know, they wouldn't be as high as this. So, you know, obviously they've been around for quite some time, and they've, you know, obviously built their authority up, sort of thing. But if we go to Keywords Explorer again and go down to 10, although the, you know, the traffic's quite low, I would imagine, you know, the monetization for this is going to be like selling the templates and stuff like that. So you're really going to need an awful lot of volume coming to your site to be able to sort of make money with obviously selling the templates. So the keyword difficulty for, you know, like a new site would probably have to go to about 30 perhaps. Yeah, so if we go to around about sort of 30 and higher, we start getting into like the 2000s. You know, for the volume itself. But I would imagine they've got a checkout and a cart, so, you know, yeah, they obviously sell. Okay, so they've got all the templates here that they're selling, sort of thing, which I don't quite know how much there would be. Let's have a look to see whether yeah, okay, so one package is like $10 and two packages like $20, sort of thing. So obviously it's going to have to be like a high volume website in order to be able to make some money with that. So there's your basic 5 examples of niche markets. Okay, obviously there's an absolute ton of markets out there that you can sort of go into, and again, I did sort of create a video on, you know, like a basic research on how I go and find niche markets or profitable niche markets, you know, when I haven't really got an idea in my head of what market I want to go into. And again, that's going to be linked in the description below. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be speaking to you again soon.